Chinese man attacks subway staff for trying to stop him from letting his child urinate in public. Here we go again with the Chinese proving themselves as the most civilized people on earth. This man in white was caught on camera fighting a station attendant who stopped his child from urinating in the middle of the station. The incident took place around noon at Wuxi subway station in China's Jiangsu province. That's when this janitor stopped the man from allowing his kid to pee on the platform and instead pointing him to the restroom nearby. She even offers him a plastic bag if the baby couldn't make it all the way. The rude man seen here was shouting at her before subway personnel could step in. That's when two other female passengers traveling with him decided to join in the fun. It quickly escalated into a scuffle as the man tried to pull the staffer into the train. However, one of the women then turns around and slaps the poor worker in the face. As the scuffle raged on, we here at Tomo News are wondering two things. One, where are the police in all this? And two, how are those subway workers able to
Chinese
maintain a calm,
passengers
cool
welcome
demeanor?
new metro system by dropping goodies. Yay! The brand new Kunming Rail Transit finally started operating last Wednesday.
I think the cars are really nice and fancy.
Is that what I think it is?
It's spacious and clean.
It's not only spacious, it's so comfy, people started making themselves at home. Unfortunately, it's not the first time we've seen this either. Thanks to the newly independent mainland travelers, we're quite used to the unexpected. The locals also have something to say.
The metro represents our city. We need to educate passengers instead of shaming them, like what Hong Kong people did. We need to give them a hand.
Okay, what about the classy act of peeing in the train?
Urinating in subway trains can effectively suppress passengers' appetite. Therefore, you can't say it's an uncivilized act at all.
You can pee at home on China's metro system, but don't do it in other people's places like Taiwan, Hong Kong, or Macau. Ah, I see.
Parents let child pee into bottle at fancy restaurant. Due to countless incidents, many of which involve bodily fluids, Chinese tourists don't have the best reputation abroad. In order to combat this, the Chinese government even went as far as to issue a 64-page document telling its citizens how to behave properly in foreign countries. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like guidelines on civilized travel abroad was read by members of a wealthy tour group visiting Taiwan's capital earlier this month. The mother of whom let her son take a piss smack dab in the middle of world-renowned dumpling restaurant Ding Tai Feng. The group had apparently just ordered an entire table full of dishes when their 3-year-old child announced he needed to pee. And instead of taking him to the bathroom, his mother told him to stand up and pee into a bottle, which he successfully did, for the most part. The food didn't escape collateral damage. The mother then demanded that the restaurant replace the urine-stained food for free, saying that she had paid enough money, $2,500 US, to the tour group already. How rude.